The story begins in a small village in Ukraine, where we are shown a modest little house. In this house lives a couple who are happily living their lives. The man's name is Mykola, and his wife's name is Nastya. Nastya was a drawing artist and wood sculptor who carved all kinds of beautiful statues from wood. Mykola is a teacher who teaches math at a nearby school. He is an excellent teacher, and all the children love him, except for one boy named Evan. Evan was a very rude and disrespectful boy. Every day he would harass his teacher, Mykola, in class. Evan came from a rich family, while Mykola was a poor man. So Evan used to mock Mykola's appearance and clothes as well. He wanted Mykola to get fed up with his misbehavior, slap him, and then Evan would complain and get Mykola fired from school. But Mykola was an extremely calm person. He never let Evan's words affect him and stayed happy in his own life. Because there was no electronic equipment like a TV in Mykola's house, he remained unaware of what was happening in the world. One day while at school, Mykola saw on the television a news report that Russia had attacked Ukraine. Many soldiers had been killed, and Russia had captured large parts of Ukraine. That evening when Mykola returned home, he received joyful news. His wife Nastya was pregnant. He was overjoyed because he was going to become a father. Both of them celebrated this happiness together. The next day, Mykola said goodbye to his wife and rode his bicycle towards school to teach the children. But on the way, he noticed two soldiers smoking and wearing a strange uniform that didn't look anything like Ukrainian army uniforms. This felt odd to him, but he thought maybe the government had changed the soldiers' uniforms, so he didn't pay much attention and hurried to school. When he arrived at school, he found the entire building completely empty. Not a single child had come. Sensing something was wrong, he turned on the TV in the school and saw the news confirming that Russian soldiers had entered Ukraine and were occupying territory. That's when he realized the soldiers he saw on the road were actually Russians. Worried about his pregnant wife who was alone at home, he immediately jumped on his bicycle and raced back, but it was already too late. When Mykola reached home, he saw those two soldiers brutally beating his wife. He tried to save her, but they beat him too. Mykola begged them, "Please don't kill my wife. She is pregnant." But the soldiers ignored him and continued the assault. After searching the house and finding nothing valuable, one angry Russian soldier set the house on fire and started to leave. Seeing her home burning, Nastya became furious. She picked up a stone and threw it at the Russian soldiers. Seeing this, one of them shot her on the spot. Nastya died instantly. Watching his wife die, Mykola felt the ground slip from under his feet. He ran to her, held her in his arms, and cried bitterly. A few hours later, two Ukrainian soldiers arrived. Seeing his dead wife, they felt deep sorrow. They placed a hand on Mykola's shoulder, encouraged him not to lose hope, and then began digging a grave for Nastya. After burying her, they told Mykola, "Bury your wife here." After his wife's death, Mykola was completely broken. He was now utterly alone. The Russian soldiers had not only killed his wife, but also destroyed his unborn child and burned down his home. Burning with revenge, he vowed to kill the Russian soldier who shot his wife. The only way to take revenge was to join the Ukrainian army. So right there, he requested the two soldiers, "Please take me with you. I want to join the Ukrainian army." They agreed, put him in their vehicle, and took him to a military base. Before leaving, Mykola kept a small wooden statue made by his wife's own hands, the one she had carved to protect him. At the military base, their senior officer got angry at the two soldiers for bringing Mykola and refused to enlist him, suspecting he might be a spy. After questioning and hearing Mykola's full story about how Russian soldiers brutally killed his pregnant wife and burned his house, and learning that he had no reason left to live except to fight for his country and take revenge, the senior officer finally agreed to enlist him. Training began the next day. Since Mykola was just an ordinary civilian who had spent his life teaching math, he found it extremely difficult. He had no knowledge of guns. While others assembled weapons quickly, Mykola was always the slowest. One night during training, he told his senior, "Don't call me by my name anymore. My code name is Raven." Everyone laughed. The senior explained that code names are not given so easily. One must perform a great service to the country to earn one. Mykola took it positively and worked even harder. Late at night, when others slept, he kept practicing. One day, the senior announced they desperately needed more snipers to counter the Russians and asked who wanted to become a sniper. Several stood up, including Mykola. People laughed at him again. The senior said, "You're not ready. You can't even assemble a gun properly." Mykola replied, "I can become a good sniper. Just give me one chance to prove myself." The senior challenged him. "Assemble this gun in 20 seconds." Mykola blindfolded himself. disassembled and reassembled the gun perfectly in just 18 seconds. Everyone was stunned and started clapping. Impressed, the senior included him in sniper training. During training, he was given an old model rifle while others received modern weapons. When he asked for a better gun, the senior said, "Prove yourself first." In one tough training, snipers had to stay completely still while bullets were fired near them. Anyone who moved even an inch was eliminated. Mikola didn't flinch at all. In another test, the target was shown only once, then covered, and they had to shoot from memory. Most failed. Mikola missed slightly because of his outdated rifle. In a night training with flares, others shot and missed. Mikola didn't fire immediately. Instead, he used the brief flare light to estimate distance using his math knowledge and fired a perfect blind shot. No one had ever completed this task before. Everyone was amazed. The senior finally gave him the code name Raven. Training continued intensely. Eventually, Mikola passed all tests with flying colors. The colonel saluted him and confirmed he had qualified. Soon after, the colonel told him to pack. They were going on a mission. Russian soldiers had captured a checkpoint. The team reached the location, took positions, and were about to fire when they spotted a civilian vehicle approaching. They held fire. The Russians stopped the car, checked documents, searched it, kept the passports, and beat the occupants when they asked for them back. Seeing this brutality, the colonel ordered to fire. In one coordinated volley, all snipers eliminated their targets. First mission successful. Back at base, Mikola learned many comrades had been sent on another mission and were killed by a Russian sniper named Siri, Russia's deadliest sniper. Later, during another mission, they planted mines and waited. Russian soldiers arrived. Among them was Evan, Mikola's former rude student who had now joined the Russian army. When the order came to fire, Mikola hesitated because he didn't want to kill his ex-student. But he suppressed his emotions, shot the mines instead, causing a massive explosion that killed Evan and the entire group. The colonel later explained, "He was no longer your student. He chose to become your enemy." In another mission, Mikola spotted the exact soldier who had shot his wife, right in his scope. He asked permission to fire twice, but the colonel refused both times to avoid compromising the mission. Unable to control his rage, Mikola fired anyway. He killed the man, but gave away their position. Because of this, the feared Russian sniper Siri located them and shot the colonel in the head, killing him instantly. Mikola realized his mistake had cost his commander's life. Under heavy fire, he retreated, carrying the colonel's body back to base. Devastated and blaming himself, he swore to kill Siri and avenge the colonel. Later missions followed. Mikola took down 2 Russian snipers, though he was wounded in the arm. He recovered secretly. Eventually, intelligence located Siri. A plan was made. One team would distract from the front, another from behind, while Raven, Mikola, would infiltrate and eliminate Siri. Mikola sneaked into the building, silently killed 2 guards, gave the signal, and the snipers outside wiped out the rest. Siri noticed the silence, went to the roof, found his spotter dead, realized he was surrounded and called for backup 10 minutes away. Inside, Mikola placed his wife's small wooden statue on the table. When Siri saw it and got distracted, Mikola attacked, stabbed him to death in close combat. He then threw a grenade at the last remaining sniper, killing him in the explosion. When Siri's backup arrived, Mikola answered the call on Siri's radio. "You're all going to die," then shot the truck driver. The Russians jumped out, straight into the waiting Ukrainian snipers who picked them off one by one. Days later, Mikola visited his wife's grave. He had kept his promise. He had killed everyone responsible for her death and for the colonel's. Kneeling there, he vowed to serve his country until his last breath. With that, he walked away. And so the film ends. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thank you.